Hey guys, how's it going? Onage here. We're up to a new Assetto Corsa video and I am very excited indeed. You can see here is the McLaren MP4-13, which was introduced in the 1998 F1 season. And I have been waiting for this mod for quite some time. And it is finally here. And I'm glad it is. It is made by a team called something like Virtual Simulazioni, something like that. I pronounced it way wrong probably. But I give them all the credits, and the link to the download will be in the description if I don't forget it, of course. But anyway, we are here at Spa, and yeah, I have nothing to say. I just want to drive with this. This is the first time I'm driving with it actually. I will also do a video with this in the Oculus Rift, which should be absolutely epic, so keep an eye out on that. But first of all, the first impressions of this car. And yeah, let's just go out on track. I'm gonna put it in gear right here. There we go, first gear engaged. I'm carrying 39 liters of fuel. I've reduced the aero slightly. I think I'm running 16 degrees front wing and 15 rear wing. Anyway, let's go out on track. And why I have been so excited for a mod like this is because the car is just so epic. It is the cockpit itself also seems almost like a spaceship with the steering wheel, and then you have the sound of the V10 engine. That is what most excites me. The sound of these cars, I absolutely love it. Of course, nowadays, modern F1 2014, we have a V6 turbo engine, but in my opinion, this was the real deal. About a 900 brake horsepower engine behind me, just screaming all the time. And I haven't even gone flat out, and it already sounds so nice. But once we go flat out, it will sound like an absolute beast. So far, the steering feels very precise. Exactly what you would expect on an F1 car. Just getting a little bit of a feel for it, but I also want to listen to the engine. Just, it's so epic. I'll have a few off-board, so TV camera angles as well. Oh man, the upshifts and then downshifting now. I love it. Yes! Ah, fantastic. In the V10 era of F1, the McLaren always had a very iconic sound. It was quite different to the rest of the field actually. And obviously from the onboard shot here, sitting in the cockpit, I can't really tell whether it's precise, although it does sound very nice and precise, but it's better to judge from the off-board cameras. But I've seen a YouTube video already of this car, and I have to say that the off-board sound also sounds quite good. It's quite accurate, especially on the traction. So let's say if the camera is behind the car, the TV camera, it sounds really precise then. Very accurate. Anyway, starting the first lap here. I'm already in love with this car, to be honest. You know what I always had with Assetto Corsa and quick open wheeler cars such as the Lotus Exus 125, I think it's called, was that, so I'm definitely not flat out there yet. It was that, also with a few F1 mods, I also always had the feeling that, let's run a little bit lower downforce, that the force feedback was a little bit weird and off. Like, it always gave a very, very shaky effect once you go over bumps and stuff like that, and even the curbs were always insane. No, I don't think that has really been fixed with the new Assetto Corsa builds. It has been improved for sure, but I always felt like the force feedback was a little bit dodgy. And obviously, I'm an R Factor 2 driver mainly, So I'm mostly used to that force feedback, but the force feedback so far on this car feels a lot better. Like the effects are a lot smoother, where you feel like they need to be a little bit smoother, and a lot more rough, where you think they need to be rough. Like that curve there, I could feel it perfectly. Oh man, what a sound. I'm loving this so far. Usually I am just not a big fan of quick open wheeler cars in Assetto Corsa. But this, look at that. Spot on the force feedback there. When I had the oversteer, I could exactly feel it. I'm locking the rears a little bit on the braking. Wow, amazing. All the assists are disabled. Flat out, there we go. Wow, this is extremely cool. This is also worth the wait, I have to say. Ooh. Need a little bit more rear wing, I think. I haven't played around with the more mechanic side of the car. And this is what I would usually do in R-Factor 2, but I am definitely not an Assetto Corsa setup expert. Although obviously the rules applying to the R-Factor 2 setup applies to this one as well, but the R-Factor 2 is a little bit more advanced in my opinion with the setup. Don't really know that much about setting a car up in Assetto Corsa, not gonna lie. So I'm mainly looking at the arrow. Wow, right on the limit there. A bit of a lift there. You can definitely go flat out, but I just need to get used to this a little bit. Ooh. Don't want to take the curb. It feels like you carry so much speed on the entry of corners. Like the final stage of the braking zone, you feel like you're taking way too much speed into the corner and you're not gonna make it, but then suddenly the car just slows down. Really powerful brakes, obviously. A little bit twitchy sometimes on the exit, especially in the high revs. The rear end starts to slide a little bit, so you've got to try to build up the throttle a little bit. You cannot really go flat out straight away, obviously, with 900 brake horsepower. And even though with the traction control as well in the V10 era, don't think that made it a lot easier. Of course, it makes it easier, but surely you could not always go flat out on the exits of corners. I remember Jarno truly spinning in Australia 2002, I believe, in a great battle with Schumacher and Montoya, but he spun on the exit of the first or the second corner, that is. Just applying too much throttle. Obviously depends on your downforce as well on the rear. Anyway, let's try to do a few quick laps as I can. The fuel is coming down, currently at 26 liters. I think I started with 42. That's right. But so far the impressions are great. This is the best mod I think so far I have driven in Assetto Corsa. With all the respect to other mods, but this is such a big step forward from all the other open wheelers in Assetto Corsa, in my opinion. It really is. All the other, open wheelers, they don't feel too bad, but I never felt fully in control of them. But with this one, it's different. This is a big step forward. great experience so far though. I'm still a little bit paranoid getting on the power with so much, you know, power available to you. Too much. Yeah, there was a bit too much speed. Then you get on the curb and you spin. I remember Kimi Räikkönen having an epic save there through Pulham in the V10 era. Don't know which year it was though. Anyway, let's go back to the pits, make a few setup adjustments and then head back out again. Okay, let's go again. First gear. But good fun so far. I can't wait to drive this car with the Oculus Rift as well. I was thinking about doing this video on another track other than Spa, because obviously Spa seems to be an obvious choice, but currently in the Assetto Corsa. But obviously you have the Nordschleife as well. I was like, shall I take an F1 called the Nordschleife? And it was like, well, probably not the best idea to start off with. Imola is a great track, but Spa is you know, a pretty new track in the Assetto Corsa, made by the official developers. So why not take that one? So back out again. Quite a heavy tank again. I went with 40 liters, but I tuned up the downforce a little bit, and I have shortened the gearbox. So hopefully we are actually going to use 7th gear now down the straight. It has a name, the straight. What is it? Hanger straight, probably. Well, Camel straight, I think. I think it's Camel straight. It definitely is not Wellington straight. That's at Silverstone. You see the Hanger straight, which is also at Silverstone, or the Camel straight. It probably is Camel straight. But please correct me if I'm wrong. I can feel that there's a little bit more downforce available. The balance is a little bit better towards the rear, because last time I went with 16-15, so 16 front wing, 15 rear wing. Now I'm at 18-18, so it's a little bit more balanced. The 6th gear is quite long. The 6th gear needs to be shortened up a little bit. Oh, such a great sound in the high RPM through Blanchimont there. And the downshifts. Let's actually do a lap here using off-track cameras, and I'll be quiet. You can just enjoy the engine. Here we go. Got the track a little bit there, sorry. Whoa, that was close. Final corner. stuck on the curb there. So I don't actually think it had 7 gears in this time, did it? I'll try to go to 7th gear actually on the straight, see what happens. But I'm not sure. I cannot remember, 1998. Okay, it doesn't have 7 gears then. No, I'm shifting up now, at least trying. There are no more gears. Okay, that's cool. I guess I'll finish this lap, then go for a low fuel run. See what kind of lap time we can do. We're only in the 57s, which is really slow. It is really slow, not gonna lie. That feels so awesome. I know that with the right setup, that corner can make a huge difference in terms of, you know, amount of speed you can carry through there. But still, I'm pretty much driving with the default setup here, and it is still so awesome to go through there. Even though I know that you can go a lot quicker into there. That's the reason why I'm doing 57s. Because that is way off the pace. Oh. Sorry. That would be a horrific crash in real life. I actually got all tapped out of the game by some software running in the background. Not too much of an issue though. We'll just go back to the pit lane. And do a low fuel run, that's it. Okay, back out on track, 1st gear. The game made some setup changes. Going with 18 leaders here now. And I think 18 front wing, 17 rear wing. So that should give us a little bit more oversteer. But in order to compromise that, I changed the anti-roll bar values. And there's also a differential setting called power, which I tuned down a little bit. That means we should have a little bit more oversteer while being on the power. But that also means that we will have a pointy front end if everything is according to my R Factor 2 knowledge. Which it should be. But I'm enjoying this a lot at the moment. See, I'm using right now triple monitors and I cannot record using triple monitors. Well, I can, but you guys would get a really stretched out effect, which is not what you want to see on YouTube. So I'm basically saving the replays after each session and then record it again using a single monitor for you guys to see it. But I have only been driving in the cockpit so far. You guys have been able to enjoy an off track and on track camera, so TV camera, and I would like to see that as well actually. Definitely as soon as I finish this video I'll have a look back and go through all the TV cameras and just listen to the sound. See, quite pointy there through Blanchimont. I just turned in like I did last time round and it was a lot more responsive, also being down to the lower fuel. Here we go though. Let's do another TV camera one here. I'll be quiet. 154.949 looks like. Not the cleanest lap, not going to lie. I extended a few corners here and there, but I don't give a shit at the moment. I really don't. It's quite a big difference here, the low fuel. Could definitely feel it being a little bit quicker. 8 liters left though, not a lot. Oh, the engine noise. Oh man. That was a poor impression. Again, extending the track. Oh, the speed. Man. It's so nice to go flat out then on the exit. Just slam down the throttle and it sticks to the track. That was a good corner. That was better. Half a second up on this lap. We'll have 5 liters left as soon as we go across the line. Should be enough for one more lap. And then that's it for this video. Ah, you can really feel the downforce falling away. I don't want to start this lap. Did I already start it? No. Oh, okay, I did. Oh, I wanted to do one more. Let's actually go back to the pit lane. I'll be back. Okay, here we go. First gear, go out again. Okay, one more lap then, or 2, including this out lap. One more hot lap though. Went back to a little bit higher downforce. Went back to the 18 downforce, so not 18, 17 or something like that with the rear wing being a little bit lower. Because you saw in the bus stop there during that stint, I always had just see that the Assetto Corsa new update has been released. Okay, version 1.1.6, which probably means I'm currently running 1.1.5. But as soon as I went to the bus stop during that stint, I always had oversteer when I was changing from the apex, so from the right-hander, the transition from the right-hander into that left-hander, as it's obviously a chicane. The weight was shifting as well, the rear end could not keep up and went loose. Hopefully we don't have that anymore. I also increased the differential power back to 20% instead of 18. Should give us more stability on the power, because on the exit of the bus stop chicane I always had troubles, although it's not a great idea to go on the curb there. What I did though as well is lower the differential coast, which means we should have a little bit more turn in, but the braking stability should be a little bit less. But I don't care at the moment. Oh yeah, one more thing. And that is the rear tire pressures. Put them down from 18 to 17. Trying to get some traction on the rear tires. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna keep it quiet. I just want to concentrate for this lap. Here we go. shame about the mistake there in the bus stop. Nonetheless, a 154.531 improved by half a second. But that seems really slow, seriously. A 154 is quite slow around this track. Maybe not in this car though, I don't know. Anyway. Man, I want to keep on driving, to be honest. I still have 3 liters left. I don't think that will be enough for a lap, although it might be just. But I need to finish this video anyway. But I have been really enjoying this car so far. And I can safely say that this is my favorite mod so far for Assetto Corsa. It really is. It is a fantastic car. It is fantastically modded. The physics are right. They feel right. The most important thing is that it feels right, and it is the case with this car also in terms of force feedback. Finally a car in Assetto Corsa which I think really feels right, also in terms of force feedback. That is something I haven't yet had with an open wheeler in Assetto Corsa. So obviously that is great. Next up will be this car with the Oculus Rift. Cannot wait. But for now, I hope to see you next time. I hope you have enjoyed this video as well. Take care guys. See you later. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.